welcome back to our channel. Today is a rather gloomy Wednesday here, but the drama in Genoa City is bringing all the heat we need to stay wide awake. Grab a large coffee and settle in, because we have a massive, complicated mess to unpack today, and I am so ready to dive into it with all of you right now. And honestly, where do we even begin with the absolute train wreck that is happening right now with the Abbott and Newman families? Let's just pause for a second and really look at this. Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott are finally trying to get their lives back on track. They just want a minute to breathe. Just 1 minute. But no. Because in Genoa City, peace is literally not an option. You guys know how much I hate it when characters can't just have a single week of happiness, but here we are. Jack and Diane have made this huge, mature decision to put their revenge plans against Victor Newman on hold. They just want to enjoy the present. They want to heal their marriage. And who can blame them? So let's be real for a second about what they just survived. Jack was literally abducted. He was locked in a cabin, dragged onto an abandoned yacht, drugged out of his mind, and compromised by Patty Williams. A totally unhinged Patty Williams who was entirely funded and manipulated by Victor Newman. And Diane? Diane was held hostage in a terrifying house by Dr. Lawrence Markham, who turned out to be the psychotic Martin Laurent, living a double life. It was a nightmare. A literal horror movie. They barely made it out alive, and their marriage was hanging by a thread because Diane walked in on Jack and Patty on that yacht. It was so messy, but they are trying. They are really trying to put the pieces back together and just focus on their love and their family. But then there is Kyle. Oh my gosh, Kyle Abbott. What is he thinking? What is actually going through his head right now? Because just when Jack and Diane decide to lay down their weapons and stop the war with Victor, their own son is about to light a match and drop it directly into a barrel of gasoline. We have all been watching the screen lately and seeing it. The lingering looks, the weird tension. Kyle Abbott is falling for Victoria Newman. Yes, you heard me right. Victoria Newman, the daughter of the man who just tried to destroy his parents, the mother of the girl he was just dating. It is objectively gross. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but you get what I mean. It's just so wrong on so many levels. And the fans on social media have been losing their minds over this. I've been reading your comments and everyone is just screaming at their screens. We saw it coming, but we didn't want to believe it. In the week of August 10 to 14, we are getting this huge moment on the Crimson Lights patio. Kyle and Victoria, just standing there, looking deep into each other's eyes. The vibe is so heavy you could cut it with a knife. And they almost kiss. They almost cross that line right there in the open where anyone could see them. It's sloppy. It's careless. It's exactly the kind of thing that gets people caught in this town. So now, the spoilers are pointing heavily to Jack and Diane, discovering this horrifying little secret. And I just can't even imagine the look on Jack's face when he finds out. Imagine Jack, who has spent his entire life battling Victor Newman, finding out his son is making heart eyes at Victor's golden child. He is going to lose his mind. And Diane? Diane is going to explode. She is fiercely protective of Kyle, but she also knows how dangerous the Newmans are. She knows that getting tangled up with Victoria is a death sentence for any kind of peace they were hoping to achieve. Because, let's zoom out and look at the bigger pattern here. This isn't just a silly little office crush. This is a geopolitical crisis in Genoa City. Victor Newman just installed Victoria as the CEO of Newman Enterprises. He pushed Nick out. He alienated Adam. And he put Victoria on the throne. He expects her to be focused, ruthless, and completely loyal to the Newman legacy. If Victor finds out that Victoria is sneaking around with Jack Abbott's son, the son of his mortal enemy, the mustache will literally twitch right off his face. Victor will go nuclear. He will not just fire Victoria, he will launch a full-scale corporate and personal war against Jabot and the entire Abbott family. And Jack and Diane know this. They know Victor better than anyone. They know that Victor funded Patty Williams just to mess with Jack. Victor doesn't care about collateral damage. He doesn't care who gets hurt. If he thinks Kyle is distracting Victoria or trying to infiltrate Newman Enterprises through her bed, Victor will destroy Kyle. He will crush him like a bug. So Jack and Diane are going to be in absolute panic mode. They are going to have to sit Kyle down and try to talk some sense into him. But will Kyle listen? Of course not. Kyle is so stubborn. He always thinks he knows best. But the absolute worst part of this whole thing, the part that makes my stomach actually turn, Claire Newman. Sweet, fragile, traumatized Claire. Let's remember who Claire is. She is Victoria's daughter. She spent her entire life being brainwashed and tortured by Aunt Jordan. She finally escapes that nightmare. She finds her real family. She finds stability. She starts dating Kyle. And for a minute, it looks like she might actually get a happy ending. And now her boyfriend is moving on to her own mother. What were the writers thinking? Who actually believes this is going to end well? It is the ultimate betrayal. If Claire finds out about this, and we all know she will, because secrets never stay buried in Genoa City, it is going to break her. It will completely shatter her fragile mental state. She is going to doubt her self-worth. She is going to wonder why she wasn't good enough for Kyle, and why her own mother would do this to her. It's sick. It's twisted. And Jack and Diane are going to see this coming from a mile away. They are going to warn Kyle that he is not just playing with fire, he is playing with a girl's sanity. If Kyle pursues Victoria, he is going to destroy any chance he ever had of reconciling with Claire in the future. He is going to ruin that poor girl's life. And why is Kyle even doing this? Let's analyze this for a second. Is it a power trip? Is he so desperate to get back at Victor for what happened to his parents that he's subconsciously targeting Victor's most prized possession? Or is it mummy issues? I mean, Diane abandoned him for a decade when she faked her own death. Maybe Kyle is drawn to older, powerful women because he has deep-seated psychological trauma. I don't know, maybe that sounded dramatic, but you have to wonder what is broken inside Kyle to make him think this is a good idea. He is alienating his parents. He is alienating Summer, who is already disgusted with him. He is isolating himself completely just for a chance to hook up with Victoria Newman. And Victoria, what is her excuse? She is a smart, capable CEO, but her romantic track record is absolute garbage. Let's be honest. JT, Hellstrom, Ashland Locke. She always picks men who are toxic or complicated, or completely wrong for her. And now Kyle Abbott? A guy who is significantly younger than her, who was just dating her daughter, and whose family is currently at war with hers. It makes zero sense. But then again, maybe she's just lonely. Cole Howard died suddenly, and she's been grieving. Maybe she's just looking for a distraction and Kyle is right there, giving her all this attention. It's a classic soap opera trope. Two grieving or stressed people finding comfort in the absolute worst possible place. So when Jack and Diane inevitably catch them, or find out about this almost kiss at Crimson Lights, the fallout is going to be epic. Jack is going to give Kyle the disappointment speech of a lifetime. He's going to tell him that he is risking the entire family's safety. Diane is going to scream and yell, and probably threaten Victoria, because Diane is not going to let Victoria Newman ruin her son's life. But the tragedy here is that Jack and Diane's dream of a peaceful, revenge-free life is dead in the water. They wanted to just focus on their love, but Kyle's actions are going to drag them right back into the mud with Victor. Because Victor is already on edge. He is dealing with Nikki's failing health, which is a whole other heartbreaking storyline. He is dealing with Adam going rogue and teaming up with Kyle in the corporate world. Victor is surrounded by threats. If he sniffs out this romance, he will use it to his advantage. He will use it to tear the Abbotts apart from the inside. He will probably try to frame Kyle for something, or use his AI program to create fake evidence again. We've seen him do it to Phyllis. We've seen him do it to Kane. Victor has no limits. And I just feel so bad for Jack and Diane. Okay, I know Diane has done terrible things in the past. Faking her death was unforgivable. But right now, in this moment, they are just two tired people who survived a literal kidnapping and hostage situation. They deserve a break. But Kyle is too selfish to see that. Kyle is only thinking about himself and his weird infatuation with Victoria. He doesn't care that his actions are going to reignite a war that could destroy his family's company. He doesn't care that he is going to break Claire's heart into a million pieces. I just can't wait to see the confrontation. I want to see Jack sitting Kyle down in the Abbott living room, looking him dead in the eye, and asking him if he has lost his mind. I want to see Diane confronting Victoria and telling her to stay away from her son. The dialogue is going to be so messy and emotional, and the fans are going to eat it up. We complain about the writing sometimes, and yeah, it gets clunky, but this is the kind of messy drama that keeps us tuning in every single day. So what do you guys think? Is Kyle going to listen to his parents? Is he going to back off before Victor finds out? Or are he and Victoria going to cross the line and start a secret, scandalous affair? And what is going to happen to poor Claire when the truth comes out? It is going to be an absolute disaster. A beautiful, chaotic disaster. I will be watching every second of it. And I know you will be too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next update.